Yo guys, what's up? This is Kritan Kalra for AndroGuider, and in this video, I'll be showing you how to install LineageOS 15.1 on any of the first generation Android One devices. Before we begin, I would like you to know that this tutorial is only meant for the 11 Android One devices which were launched by Google back in 2014. In case you don't own any of the devices listed on your screen right now, then this tutorial isn't meant for you. To begin with, we will be taking a backup of all our data. This includes call logs, messages, contacts, apps, and calendar entries. This is because when we will install LineageOS, all of our data will get erased, and we'll be making a backup of the data so that we can restore it after we have installed LineageOS. Please note that if your device isn't rooted, then the apps will be backed up minus the data. I know this will be clear to many of you, but I just want to take a moment and elaborate on app data. See, an app that is installed on your phone has two parts to it. One, its APK file, and two, its data. Consider WhatsApp, for example. The chat messages are the data, and the application which is installed from the Play Store, that is the APK file. So I will just quickly head over to the settings menu, applications, WhatsApp, and herein you will find under the storage section that there is an option for clearing the data of WhatsApp. Once you tap on that, it will erase all of WhatsApp's data, that is all the chat messages will be erased. Now when you will open WhatsApp, you will find that it's as if we just installed WhatsApp from the Play Store. In fact, as I told you earlier, the file that is installed from the Play Store is the APK file of the app. Non-rooted users will be able to make a backup of the APK file, while rooted users will be able to back up both the APK file and the data. Thankfully though, most of the data is synced to the cloud these days. So that means if you are using an app such as Facebook, Telegram, or Messenger, Facebook's Messenger, or Google Plus, any social media platform except WhatsApp, then all of that data is synced to the cloud. What that means is that when we will install LineageOS, all of our data will get erased initially. That is all the data of Facebook and all those other social media applications that I mentioned that will get erased. But however, since the data is synced to the cloud, it can be downloaded back again. So we won't end up losing anything. Now WhatsApp is one of those very few chat applications which uses your phone's internal memory for storing messages. I'll be showing you how to back up WhatsApp messages later on. Other than that, all the note-taking applications such as Evernote, Todoist, or Google Keep, all of them are based in the cloud, and most of the games, they sync your progress with Google Play Games. That means when we will restore all our data after we have installed LineageOS, when we will be installing all of our apps again, the progress which you had made in games, since that is synced with the Google Play Games, that will get restored too. So I don't think that losing any of your app data would be that big of a deal, since we can almost get everything back. And also all your pictures, videos, and anything else which you have backed up on your external SD card, that won't be deleted, so you need not worry about them. I will enlist the backup steps for non-rooted users first. We'll be using an app known as Super Backup. The link is down in the description box. Also, I just want to show you guys what all we will be backing up. So as you can see, I have got one record in the call logs, 3 contacts, and 2 message conversations. Once Super Backup installs, open it up. You can ignore the warning in the pop-up box, since our phone uses the external storage as default storage for apps. Talking about apps, let's back them up first. Select the apps which you wish to back up. If you have a lot of apps, you can use the checkmark icon in the bottom right to select all the apps at once. Please ensure to uncheck Google Play Store Play Services and Play Services for instant apps. When we will install LineageOS, we will install these apps as a part of the GApps package. We'll talk about that later on. Once you have selected the apps, hit the backup key. For the purpose of this demonstration, I will only be backing up one app. Once you have selected which app to backup, just tap on backup, and the backup process, and depending on the number of applications which you have selected for backing up, the backup process will take its own time. And once you see that green tick, the backup is done. Similarly, you can back up the call logs, messages, calendar entries, and contacts. All the files which we have backed up will be stored in a folder named SMS Contacts Backup on the SD card. As you can see, all the backup files are there in the respective folders. Note that in the app folder, only the APK file was there and no data was there, since so if your device isn't rooted, the data won't be backed up. If you use Google Keep or any other Google service, it's important to make sure that everything is synced to your Google account. You can force a sync by clicking on Sync Now from three-dotted menu. Also, take a look at the timestamps across the various options and make sure that everything which is enlisted in there has been synced.
To backup WhatsApp chat messages, open WhatsApp, click on the three-dotted menu in the top right corner, go to settings, and from here select chats, and then in the end you will find the option of chat backup. Tap on that and tap on backup. Then depending upon the number of messages that you have, the backup will take its own time. If you want, you can upload the backup file to Google Drive by tapping on backup to Google Drive, but that's not a compulsion since we have already made a local backup, and the local backup is stored on the external SD card. And also, as I have already mentioned, the files which are stored on the external SD card, they won't be erased once we install LineageOS. So the local backup will remain there, but if you want, you can upload the backup file to Google Drive as well.
If you have rooted your device, I believe you would be familiar with the Titanium backup. In case you haven't installed Titanium backup already, you can do so by heading over to the description box and grabbing it from there. Please note that this is a paid app, but it's worth each and every penny it costs. After you have installed TB, open it up, grant it root access, and then click on the checkmark icon in the top bar. Select backup all user apps and tap on the green tick icon in the top right. In the past, I have run into problems backing up contacts, messages and call logs with TB, so I won't recommend you to use it for that. For backing up the call logs and others, I would instead recommend using Super Backup. The second step is to download all the requisite files, and there are 5 of them. I would recommend you to download all the files straight to your mobile, but you can also download them to your PC and then transfer them onto your mobile. But downloading them straight to your mobile would just be more convenient. Firstly, we will be downloading LineageOS 15.1. To do that, head over to the first XDA thread linked in the description box. Therein, click on Downloads. That will direct you to thunderzap.in. Once there, click on the download button next to Sprout 4 and download the ROM file from Android file host. Now I could have simply put down the direct link to the ROM file, but the reason I didn't do that is because LineageOS 15.1 is still a work in progress. Right now the camera doesn't work, but in future it will likely be fixed. So this video will be out of date then, but the procedure I am showing you how to download the file will make sure you download the latest build of LineageOS. Just like you downloaded LineageOS 15.1 from Android file host, you have to download the 2 other files, patch OMX blobs and the root SU add-on from Android file host. Don't worry, there aren't any chain of links for the 2 files I mentioned. There are direct links to Android file host, so just go ahead and download those 2 files too. Next up, we will be downloading the G apps, which is short for Google Apps. Go to the OpenGApps website. Again, the link is down below in the description box. Under platform, select ARM 8.1 as the Android version and Pico under variant. Once you have made all the selections, hit the download button. Now our first generation Android One devices are present in 2 variants. One with the 4GB internal storage and the second one is with 8GB of internal storage. The one with 4GB of internal storage is codenamed as Sprout 4 and the other one is codenamed as Sprout 8. Now you can go ahead to the settings menu, storage, and from therein you can make out how much internal storage your device has. If the internal storage of your device is shown as anything less than 4GB, it is a Sprout 4, else it is a Sprout 8. And the LOS ROM file which we downloaded is for Sprout 4. If you use a Sprout 8, then you will be needing the Sprout 4 to Sprout 8 universal converter. Again, the link for the Sprout 4 to Sprout 8 converter is present right below in the description box. Once again, that's a link for Android file host. So if you need that converter, just go ahead to the description box and download that file from Android file host. We are done with the second step. For step 3, we will be requiring a PC. I would recommend using a Windows-based computer, but you should do fine with a Mac or a Linux-based PC as well. I will now be describing the process to install ADB and Fastboot. If you have a Windows computer, download the ADB and Fastboot zip file from the link given in the description box. Extract the compressed file to the desktop. If you have a Mac or a Linux PC, visit the Nexus Tools 3.3 thread. Again, that's linked in the description box. To install ADB and Fastboot, simply copy the install command and paste it in terminal and then hit the enter key. Once you have installed ADB and Fastboot, we are done with step 3. Next, we will be installing the requisite drivers. These drivers are only for the Windows users. If you have a Mac or a Linux PC, then you need not worry, because when you will connect your phone via the USB cable to your PC, then those drivers should automatically get installed. We will first be installing the USB drivers. Download the file and extract its contents to the desktop. Double click to open the setup. I have already installed these drivers. That is why it is asking me whether I want to uninstall them. So I will reinstall them. After the USB drivers get installed, install the ADB drivers. Firstly, download the ADB drivers from the link given below in the description box and extract the contents of the downloaded file onto the desktop. Now run the extracted application. The black screen you just saw was a prompt up requesting allowance for making changes to the hard disk. Grant that permission, and after the application opens, connect your phone to the PC. Once your phone gets detected, click the install button. As you can see, I already have the drivers installed, but you would have to install them. Once you have installed them, we are done with step 4. Now for step 5, we'll be unlocking the bootloader. Before we proceed, please ensure that the security patch level of your Android One smartphone under About Phone is September 6, 2016. Also ensure that your phone is completely charged. Once you meet these two prerequisites, power off your phone and press the volume up key and the power button simultaneously till you see some white text on the screen. It's possible that you may accidentally power the phone on instead. In that case, power it off again and try again till you see that white text on the screen. Next, make sure that the pointer is aligned next to the Fastboot mode. You can use the volume up key to move the pointer. After the pointer is on Fastboot mode, press the volume down key. Your Android One smartphone is now in Fastboot mode. Let's unlock the bootloader now. Connect the phone to your PC. In Windows, search for CMD and open it. Alternatively, you can also press the Windows and R key to trigger run. Enter CMD there and then press OK. In the command prompt window that opens, enter CMD space /K double inverted commas CD and space. Now drag and drop the folder you extracted in the third step, the Fastboot and ADB folder which we extracted, and close the double inverted commas once you see that file path. Hit the enter key. Now what we have done here is we are making command prompt run in the ADB and Fastboot folder which we extracted in one of our previous steps. Now CD stands for change disk. Previously, as you might have noticed, the file path of CMD was different, and what we have done is that we have now changed that disk. Change disk, that is, this is one of those Linux commands, which is this is one of those commands which is used to change the file path. So what we have done is we have changed that default path in which CMD was running to the Fastboot and ADB folder. Mac and Linux users, open up terminal. The steps which I will now be mentioning are common for all the operating systems. Type Fastboot devices to ensure that your device has successfully been connected. You should see an alphanumeric along with the keyword Fastboot. If you don't see anything such, it means that your device hasn't been detected. Make sure that the USB connection is typed on both the ends and all the drivers are installed. Now enter Fastboot OEM unlock and hit the enter key. Your phone will display a warning. Press the volume up key and your bootloader will now be unlocked. Next, download the TWRP zip file from the description box below. Extract recovery.img to the desktop. open the command prompt or terminal window you were using before and input fastboot space flash space recovery space. Now drag and drop the recovery.img file which we extracted just now. Make sure that there is a space between the recovery and the file path and hit the enter key. Now this will just take a while, and once you see finished in terminal or CMD, disconnect your phone, remove the back cover and unplug the battery, and then pull it back again. Replace the back cover, and as we did a while back, press the volume up key and the power button simultaneously, and then you will see that screen with some rows of white text. Once you see the white text, move the pointer using the volume up key and align it with recovery mode and press the volume down key. We have now booted into the recovery mode. Swipe to allow modifications. Now just note that this step is very important because it will prevent the stock recovery from overwriting TWRP. If you accidentally booted up your phone instead, simply just let it complete the boot up process. Now this might take about 20 minutes because when we unlocked the bootloader, the phone performed a factory reset, and as a result, all the data got erased. So it will just take some while for the phone to boot up, maybe 20 minutes. Once the phone boots up, switch it back off again and enter the fastboot mode by pressing the power key and the volume up key simultaneously, and then navigating the pointer and aligning the pointer next to the fastboot mode. Then press the volume down key, change the directory if you are a Windows user, change the directory to the ADB and fastboot folder, and then execute that fastboot flash recovery command. Please note that you don't have to execute that fastboot OEM unlock command once again because we have already unlocked the bootloader. That's why your phone reset itself in the first place. So you need not unlock the bootloader. Just simply flash TWRP and boot it up back again into TWRP. And that swipe to allow modification step, as I mentioned, that's extremely important so that the stock, so that TWRP doesn't get overwritten and it can just stay there. Now, once you have successfully installed TWRP and you are in its main menu, tap on Wipe, Advanced Wipe, and select Direct/Hard Cache, Cache, System, Data, and Internal Storage. Everything except microSD should be selected. So once all that's done, swipe across the bar at the bottom, and that will wipe the selected partitions. Once the wiping is complete, tap on the home key and then on Install. Up to a level, microSD, download, and select the LineageOS 15.1 zip which we downloaded in the second step. Tap on Add More Zips and select the OpenGApps Pico package. Similarly, select the root add-on and the PatchOMX blobs. If you have a Sprout 8, select the Sprout 4 to Sprout 8 converter. Swipe to start the flashing process, and the flashing process will take a while, so wait patiently. You might see an error in red when LineageOS 15.1 is being flashed. Just ignore that. And once the flashing process is complete, tap on Reboot System and let the phone boot. You can complete the setup wizard. I'm just going to skip it. I will head over to About Phone to show you that this is Android 8.1. And yeah, there we have it. We have successfully installed Oreo 8.1 on our Android One. To conclude this video, we will restore the data which we backed up in the first step. If you previously made a backup using Super Backup, install Super Backup again. Once the app gets installed, open it. We will start by restoring the SMS. Currently, as you can see, just let me open up the messages application. And currently, as you can see, I don't have any message records. Tap on, let's move back to Super Backup again. And yeah, tap on the restore button, and it will ask you whether to change the default messaging app to super backup. Tap on yes and select the backed up messaging file. Now I only had I guess one, or in fact two message conversations, so it doesn't take it only takes a couple of seconds to restore them. Now when I will open the messaging app, you can see that all the messages have been restored. Similarly, the call logs and calendar and entries can be restored. Now just hold up for a while for restoring contacts. I will just elaborate on that in a bit. For apps, you can head over to the apps tab from the main screen, and you will be able to find all the backed up apps under the archive tab. If you used Titanium backup, install it again and restore the backed up user apps. And by the way, if you used Titanium backup, you will have to first up enable root access. For that, head over to the settings menu, go to system, about phone, tap on the build number 7 times, and that will enable developer options. Go to developer options, and from therein simply tap on root access and select apps and ADB. Now when you will open Titanium backup, it will ask for root access, grant it that, and then restore the backed up user apps. If you sync any of the data, go to settings, user and accounts, tap on the Google account, and then click on account sync. From the three dotted menu, force sync so that all your synced data can be restored. Now Google also syncs your contacts to your account. So when we are performing that force sync, all your contacts will also be restored back on your device. I have previously heard of several complaints from users stating that all the contacts from Google Sync weren't restored when they installed a new ROM and then did that Google Sync. So personally, I haven't ever faced any such problem. I have flashed maybe hundreds of ROMs, and till date I haven't ever experienced any problem with Google Sync. But since some people have reported about that, I thought I should mention that. So just open up the contacts app and take a look. If any of your contacts hasn't been restored, although that should not be the case, that at least I haven't experienced that. If any of your contacts isn't restored, then you can simply go back to super backup and restore your contacts from in there. Now the only con of that is that duplicate contacts will be created, and you can get rid of those duplicate contacts quite easily.
Well, so deleting duplicate contacts is a fairly easy process. Currently, as you can see, I have got 2 duplicate contacts, UIDAI. I've got 2 of these contacts. So to remove these duplicate contacts, all I have to do is go over to Play Store, and from in here I will search for Google Contacts. Don't worry, I have the link for this application down below in the description box too. So I will simply go over to Contacts and install it. It's only a 3.9 MB application, so it shouldn't take much time to get installed. Once installed, open it up and grant it all the required permissions. And there you can see, in fact, we have got quite a lot of duplicate contacts. We have got 4 UIDAI contacts and 2 distress numbers. So what I will do is I will simply pull out the side menu and go to suggestions, and in here, as you can read, it offers you easy ways to add new contacts, clean up duplicates, and more. So when you will scroll down, you can see that it has spotted 2 duplicate contacts. tap on that, and there you can see it. It has detected both the duplicate contacts. It has detected all the duplicate contacts, in fact. So you can either merge all of these, or instead, if you just want to simply delete one of the duplicate contacts, all you can do is tap on that contact and then go to the three-dotted menu and tap on delete. Oh well, sorry. Yeah, and that will delete that contact. Yeah, so you can see the contacts have been merged, and now when we click on view, you can see that we have got only one contact, and the rest three of them have been deleted. So simply tap on merge, and that should remove all of your duplicate entries.
Lastly, we have to restore the WhatsApp messages. To do so, install WhatsApp and complete the setup. After you have done that, WhatsApp will find the backup we made in the first step and offer to restore the backed up messages. Tap on restore, and depending on the number of chat messages, the restore process will take its time. Now I didn't have any chat messages to begin with, that's why nothing is shown, but if you have any messages, they will be shown here. So there you have it, guys. We have successfully installed Oreo 8.1 on our Android One devices, and all of our data has been carried over as well. So I guess that wraps up this video. Thanks again for watching. Take care, have a nice day, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Adios.